What's going on YouTube? Uberman here. So you guys have asked for some before and after footage. I'm going to start implementing that into my future videos. I think it was a great idea. So we're going to start with this one, the 2015 Chevy Sonic before and after. This thing is ready to sell with the exception of one part that I'm having a difficult time, not so much a difficult time finding, just a difficult time accepting how much it's going to cost me, and that is the passenger seat. We fixed everything that needed fixed. The car's got a full detail inside and out. I worked my ass off on this one. This one took countless hours of scrubbing, steam cleaning, extracting. The ceiling was dirty, the seats were dirty, the body was, I compounded it, polished it, waxed it. I mean, I really went all out on this car. It will never be perfect. I never ever get into a car expecting perfection. These are used cars and they'll never be perfect, period. But you know, I put a lot of work into this. I think it turned out really, really good considering what I got when I picked it up. The thing was an absolute disaster. And now it's something that I'm absolutely comfortable with driving. It runs great, drives great, but I still have an airbag light. The airbag light is because of the passenger presence monitoring system. There is a sensor in the passenger front seat that monitors whether somebody is sitting in it or not, and that particular sensor has failed. Because it has failed, the airbag system will not pass its self-check. So it needs this sensor that requires taking the entire seat apart that covers off the seat. It's a major deal. GM charges $700 to do it. No. The parts car I was going to get that had the interior, turns out it's got black leather interior, and that would require a lot more work than I'm willing to put into it to swap it out. So that's not going to happen. I found the passenger seat that I need on eBay, but they're running about $250 or so, plus shipping. So I'm trying to work out something with one of these people on eBay. I've got someone local on eBay here in Oklahoma City. I'm trying to work out a better deal since I can just go pick it up. But that's the last thing on the agenda to do, is get that airbag light off. The OnStar is fixed. It turned out the OnStar issue, it said it was a bad battery. I tested the battery in the OnStar system and it was good. As it turns out, it wasn't the battery, it was a loose connection on the antenna for the OnStar system. So that didn't even need any parts to fix. OnStar is fixed. A lot of you guys wanted an update on cruise control. It does not have cruise control. I did replace the steering wheel with a cruise control one. That did not solve the problem. I went to the dealer. I was going to pay them $142 to flash it. They told me they could do it. I got to the dealer, and about 45 minutes later, they said they cannot do it. The reason they cannot do it is because they need an authorization number off of the package that the steering wheel came in. See, GM sells these specific cruise control kits, which consists of a steering wheel and a flash. The kit runs about $350, and that is for a steering wheel. The same kind of steering wheel that I bought for $35. But because my steering wheel was used and doesn't have an authorization number on it, GM will not authorize them to flash it. I had a lot of people saying, well, can't you buy like a cheap aftermarket Tech 2 thing that you plug into a laptop? Yes, Sam Crack did that, and I actually jumped on that. I looked into that. I was going to get it. Turns out that doesn't work either. That is good until about 2009. Shortly after that, GM switched to something called, I think it's MDI. They have MDI 1 and MDI 2. GM now operates solely on the web. So you can no longer just take your trusty little Tech 2 scanner, plug it in, and do whatever you want, reprogram whatever you want. It has to go through GM on the website first. And if GM does not approve it, if GM does not authorize it, it cannot be done. So it's very difficult. The Chevy dealership was very frustrated with it. I asked them if I could swap out the radio. I found a good deal on a MyLink touchscreen radio for the car. I thought that would be cool, you know, increase the value a little bit. It's $119. How much would you guys charge to program it? They said they can't really do that either. If the car didn't come with it, it's very difficult to add it on later. So I just said, just screw it. I took the new steering wheel off. I put the factory steering wheel back on. We're not going to add cruise control. We're not going to screw with it. It's on Craigslist right now for $7,500. I went ahead and listed it now because I know it's going to take a while to sell this car. And even though it's going to take a while to sell it, I want it up now so people can watch it. Maybe people will save it for later. And in the meantime, I'm going to use it for daily driving, which is what I've been doing. I will probably do a little bit of Uber and Lyft in it, and it's also probably going to go up on Turo as well, so it can make me money while it's up for sale. So without further ado, let's jump into the walk around so you guys can take a look at the before and after of this car, and then we'll come back. Here, you can see it a little bit better here. Well, you guys are going to die on this one. I'm going to bid on this. This is one that I'm going to bid on today. But take a look at the inside, guys. Somebody lived in this thing. Oh, God, the wind and the ice pellets are stinging me in the face. Look at this. 50,000 miles. Who does this to a car? I mean, it needs a new interior. I don't even think the interior is salvageable. Look at the back. Look at this. Wow, right? Look back here. But wait, there's more. We have a refrigerator and shit. What? Let's get out of here and start bidding. Alright, so let's do a quick walk around. Alright, now let's have a look at the interior. Alright, so I'm sure you guys remember what this thing looked like when I did my first video showing it to you. It was pretty rough. And here she is today. A lot of steam cleaning, brushing, deep cleaning to get the seats to come out. Thanks to some Meguiar's to make the trim look so good. I'm sure you guys remember the back seat. You couldn't even see the color of the cloth through all the staining. These seats were just completely stained and disgusting on the back. Again, it's taken a lot of deep cleaning multiple times, and it'll never be perfect, but it's not supposed to be perfect. It's a used car. If I wanted perfect, we'd go with a brand new one. This is to show you, you know, with enough dedication, time, and effort, I could have sent this thing to a professional. I could have let a professional do this for me, but so many of you wanted to see me do it, I decided to do it myself. So there you go. Take a look at the front real quick. Try to get this sun glare out of here. I think it came out absolutely beautiful. Take a look at the engine bay real quick. Here's the engine bay. All cleaned up, freshly detailed. Looking like $1 million. Well, maybe not $1 million, but hopefully $7,500. All right, so I hope we can all at least agree that I kind of pulled a miracle out of my hat on this car. I'm used to replacing parts, and in this particular case, there was very little involved with replacing parts, but so much involved with detailing, cleaning. I have never, ever cleaned this much on a car before, but I think it came out very nice. I'm very satisfied with the work that I did on this vehicle. Now let's talk about some numbers. Everybody loves hearing numbers. So the car itself with Copart fees was $4,380. The tires are Cooper CS5 Grand Touring 65,000 mile tires, $288. Oil and filter change with Mobile One full synthetic, plus installing, mounting, balancing. The tires came out to $140.92. Tag, title, and tax came out to $360.13. Gas came out to $23.66. That's for the initial tank, and for some reason I always include that. AutoZone, I purchased a cabin air filter and an air intake filter. Those came out to $23.92. Wiper blades all around the car came out to $14.99. The key fob that came with the car it works, but the key part hangs, dangles, it's kind of broken, it doesn't work very well. So I bought a new General Motors key fob. This is a factory OEM, brand new, for $18.77. In order to get the key cut, because it's a laser cut key, it cost me $30.27. I did the programming myself to save the money for programming the fob. The steering wheel, even though we didn't get to use it, came out to $53.74. And the sad truth is, when you're doing this job, there's going to be times that you purchase something you don't need. Oops, live and learn. The OnStar battery. Yet again, something we didn't need, but I purchased it anyway, $20. I went ahead and installed it thinking that was the problem. I bought factory General Motors original equipment floor mats, the original ones that would have come with the car, and the passenger side mirror. I'm sorry, the driver's side mirror. Driver's side mirror was broken, shattered. I had it glued on there. It was taped up when I bought it. That mirror and the floor mats came out to $91.98. And then there's some miscellaneous bulbs. There was a backup light on the passenger side, both of the license plate lights. The headlights, I went ahead and replaced with Sylvania Silver Star Ultras, and those are $50 just for the headlights. I use those because when I drive with Uber or Lyft, I do a lot of night driving, and those are the best, brightest, legitimately legal lights you can get. So for all the little miscellaneous supplies, bulbs, etc., came out to $85. Total investment in this vehicle, as of right now, is $5,532.17. And I know for some of you, you're like, goodness, that's a lot of money. And it is, but I want you to take something into consideration here. That car in my market locally, from a dealership, will run you $9,500 to $10,000 all day long. If you can find them on Craigslist, and there are not many on Craigslist for sale, I've looked, these things go for around $7,500 to $8,500 all day long. Now here's the thing. Sure, you can go out and spend full price on Craigslist or full price at a dealership if you have that extra money to waste. Keep in mind, this car does not have a salvage title. This is a Carfax one-owner, clean title vehicle. All right? This car is worth every bit of the $7,500 that I'm asking for it. And whoever gets it is going to get an amazing vehicle. Because unlike a dealership, or unlike someone on Craigslist that's just trying to get rid of their car by doing the least amount of work to it, I actually take the time to buy the cars cheap so that I can put the money, the parts, honestly, the love, because I love what I do, into this thing. So whoever buys a car for me, typically, I can't say all the time because there are occasions that cars are going to fail and that's going to be nothing I can do about it, nothing I could have predicted. I do the best I can and I enjoy what I do. I love doing this and I love passing on a great deal to somebody else. So sure, you could buy a car from a dealer or some individual on Craigslist or whatever, and then you could take the time to do the work needed to, make it the way you want, tires or brakes, or do the oil change the filters, all the things that typically come when you first buy a car. When you buy this car from me for $7,500, you're getting a car that's had everything done to it already, that you don't have to do anything to except get in it and drive. And that's something that I'm proud of. That's something that I can hang my hat on at night. I'm proud of what I do. I enjoy doing it. And it's great being able to make money at the same time. So do I feel like I have too much invested into this car? Not at all. Because even if I keep it, I still have a car that is, to my standards, well below what I would have paid anywhere else for it. On top of that, at any point in time, I can go down to my credit union and take a loan out on this car. If I just have to have something, or I find something on Copart that I just can't live without, I can go down to my bank and probably the same day, as a matter of fact, I'm certain same day, I've got a good relationship with my credit union and my loan officer. I could probably walk in there and say, hey, I need $5,000 on this car, and they'd give that to me in a heartbeat. I could probably ask for $7,000 and walk out with that in a heartbeat, because Carfax has this car booked at $8,500 to $8,800, just the way it sits. Kelley Blue Book says this car is worth close to $8,000 just the way it sits. Now, there are a few minor blemishes, of course. You know, I'm not going to try to hide that. I disclose that. That's very public. You know, I'm not going to try to cover up the little bit of damage that it has, but the little bit of damage that it has really does not offset the worth of the car that much. This is a great vehicle. I'm very happy with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video series on the Chevy Sonic. Hopefully the next video will be where I sell it. And we're going to move on because we have more auctions coming. I've got several cars on my watch list. I've been approved on IAA, so I am now a member of Copart as well as IAA, so that gives me another batch of cars through another auction to look through. Hopefully we can pick something up this coming week. So until then, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, don't forget to subscribe, please, and stay safe out there.